The wait is almost over. We get our exclusive first scoop on the Nothing Phone 3. After almost 2 years of waiting, Nothing appears to be going full speed on the launch of their flagship Nothing Phone 3. This past week, the company's co-founder, Carl Pei, shared some intriguing details about the upcoming device. In a video featured on Android's official YouTube channel, he teased expectations for the device, dubbing the Phone 3 as the company's first true flagship. Pei indicated the Phone 3 is expected to carry a price tag of around 800 euros and about a whopping 1,000 United States dollars. Now, I don't know about you, but that price tag is shocking to me. We will get into why I think this could mean automatic failure for the Phone 3, but let's get into the rumored specs first to lay the groundwork for my argument. We've actually got more details about the Nothing Phone 3, shedding light on critical elements from its internal model number to its anticipated launch window to specs and hardware that will push the Phone 3 into a heavily crowded market. Internally, the Nothing Phone 3 is reportedly codenamed Metroid and carries the product code A as in Apple. 024. This identifier has surfaced in the GSM database. Our sources point towards a single smartphone in the Phone 3 lineup, unlike the rumors suggesting that there might be multiple variants such as a Pro and a Plus model. Nothing's existing partnership with Qualcomm reportedly covers 3 smartphones this year. Strongly suggests the Phone 3 will be the third phone and powered by a flagship Snapdragon chipset CES. This processor is expected to offer performance competitive with other high-end chips such as MediaTek Dimensity chipset. For context, the Nothing Phone 2 featured the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Plus Generation 1 chip. Our sources also indicate a significantly reworked camera system. This is set to include a versatile triple camera array on the rear, featuring a large primary sensor and potentially a bigger periscope telephoto lens. Considering the trend towards larger batteries in flagship devices, Nothing is also planning to do a marginal increase to the Phone 3 battery capacity, and possibly exceeding the 5,000 mAh mark seen in some of Nothing's previous offerings. At launch, the Nothing Phone 3 will run Nothing Operating System 3.2 based on Android 15. While Carl Pei has confirmed a summer launch window for the Phone 3, our information points towards a potential July release date. The previous flagship, Phone 2, was launched in July 2 years ago. On to the inflated price tag. I think moving the price of the Phone 3 from an upper mid-range device to a flagship price will hinder the amount of units sold by Nothing. The Phone 3 could be a phenomenal device, but when you are in the same division as the Samsung Galaxy S25, Apple iPhone 15 Pro Max, Google Pixel 9 Pro XL, the consumers contemplating the previous devices listed are almost always going to select the more familiar name brand. Not to mention, let's talk about physically paying for the Phone 3. At the time of making this video, Nothing does not have a trade-in program. Trade-in programs are very popular in the United States. Trade-in programs allow for the potential customer to trade in their current device for a significant discount on the new device. So in the end, the consumer can theoretically trade in their iPhone 16 for a $600 discount. So the customer is only paying about $400 out of pocket instead of $1,000. Very few people can shell out $1,000. It's estimated that roughly 7 in 10 Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. This means that approximately 30% or less of Americans have more than $1,000 in savings. Out of those 30%, how many of them are going to buy the Nothing Phone 3? Probably zero. Nothing does not offer any in-house financing, relying solely on PayPal, Shop Pay, Google Pay, and Venmo as the only payment options. All of Nothing's competition in the $1,000 smartphone market offer in-house financing. I just don't think Nothing is ready to make the leap from the $600 price point to the $1,000 price point. The Phone 1 was roughly $500 at launch in 2022. The Phone 2 is $600 in 2023. Personally, I was expecting a gradual price increase to $650 or possibly $700. Not a huge leap to $1,000. I think the tariffs are playing a role in this increase, and the simple fact that they are implementing flagship or premium parts and the supplier price increase on said premium parts. The simple fact that using the latest Snapdragon chip is expensive by itself. I was expecting Nothing to use a Snapdragon 8S Generation 4. A flagship chip focused on artificial intelligence and not raw power. It is cheaper per chip. Incorporating 3 flagship-level camera sensors compared to 2 mid-range camera sensors like on the Phone 2 increases the cost as well. They could have elected to introduce the Phone 3 to the sub-$1,000 market and would still see major competition staring the Phone 3 directly in the face via the OnePlus 13. but at least there are less options at the 800 segment. Time will tell obviously how well the Phone 3 will perform in sales numbers. It will be a phenomenal device. I have no doubt about that. I just think nobody will buy it, including myself. Nothing is not even in carriers at this time. Striking a deal with the carriers allows customers to basically finance the device through the carrier, paying a small amount for the device included in their monthly bill for carrier services. Hell, Nothing sales are still in beta program format here in the United States. The Nothing phones don't play well with 2 out of the 3 major United States carriers. I just don't see it at this price point. Doesn't make sense to me. I think they are making the jump to the $1,000 price point too soon. Subscribe to the channel to stay updated with this story, as we will closely follow Nothing's dive into the deep end of flagship competition.